Some organizations run jackpot competitions in addition to the regular season competitions. These jackpots are prize money only competitions and do not accumulate points towards the organization's season standings. The best way to handle this is to create a new points configuration and new events specifically for the jackpots. So for example, you would have your barrel racing event for the season and a barrel racing jackpot event. We will walk through the steps in our example, including a barrel racing jackpot event and a pole bending jackpot event in a to-go competition. To start with, we will create our new points configuration. We will tap on settings, and then we'll tap on points. And then we will tap the plus button to create our new jackpot 0 points configuration. We will not add any placements so that no points will be awarded, and we will tap save. And we will show how to use this in just a moment. We will now go back to settings and we will begin to add our 2 events. You can create as many jackpot events as needed. As we said, we will set up a barrel racing jackpot event and a pole bending jackpot event. Here we have barrel racing. It will be set up the same as our barrel racing event with a couple of exceptions. We can assign this to whichever division necessary. And if you have multiple jackpot events in multiple age groups, then you would want to set up multiple events. The key thing here is in the points setup, we will set this points configuration to jackpot 0 points. All the rest of the settings should be the same, whether it's base settings or scoring settings. Then we will save that. And then we will add our pole bending jackpot event. We'll assign this to the open division and also set this to the jackpot 0 points. And the other settings would be as per a typical pole bending event. And we will save this. And now we have our 2 jackpot events. You will also want to make sure you set up your fees configurations for these new events, which we cover in our video on setting fees. Next, we will set up the jackpot competition. We will tap the plus add and create a new competition. And we'll set the dates. In this case, we are going to run our competition 2 goes on the same day. So we'll set our start dates, end dates, and times, and registration open and close dates and times. Then we will save that and move on to the events tab. We will tap add events and then tap add round. We will name this goes. We will set the goes to. We'll set our draw order for the second go to be the reverse of the first. And we will make sure our payout allocations are per go with 50% in the first go and 50% in the second go. And then we tap OK, and now we would select our barrel racing jackpot event to include in these settings and our pole bending jackpot event, and we tap OK. Now we have our events selected and our goes set. The last thing to do would be to set up the performance schedule of the goes. We tap performances. We tap the performance tab. Add performance. Make sure that we have the correct time set for the first performance. We will call this Go 1. And we tap save. And initially this puts both groups, both goes, into Go 1. We tap add performance. Second time, name this Go 2. Name this Go 2. Make sure our start time is set for later in the day for 2 o'clock. In this case, we tap our select button, make sure we are selecting group 2, which is now bolded, and we have those included now in Go 2. Moves them from Go 1 to Go 2. We tap save, and we should have our performance schedule all set up with Go 1 at 12 o'clock, Go 2 at 2 o'clock, and our jackpot competition is now ready to go.